Hello everyone, I'm Anishu and I'm sure if you are following my previous videos, you have seen the minimal web API implementation for the moon robot simulation that I have made. In this video, we are going to take a step forward and update our implementation into a full web API implementation. I'm assuming that if you are here, you have basic knowledge about MVC architecture and full web API implementation in .NET Framework. So let's start. Before starting the code explanation, let me give you a brief overview of how the MVC architecture is used in our project. Since this is a backend project, I will only be showing you the implementation for the model and the controller components of my full web API implementation. Now let's start with the code explanation for the model first. First of all, coming to the robot command model, which is represented by the robot command class. This class defines the properties of a robot command, such as its ID, name, whether it is a move command or not, and timestamps for when it was created and modified. Now, coming to the map model represented by the map class. This class encapsulates properties related to the maps, such as ID, dimensions, that is columns and rows, name, description, and timestamps for creation and modification. Now coming to the controllers for my full web API implementation. The robot commands controller handles the different endpoints relating to different robot commands. In the robot command controller class, I have first of all defined a list of robot commands since this implementation is not yet connected to a database. We will be doing the database connection in the persistence layer. After that, I have created various methods to handle different HTTP methods like get, post, put, and delete using HTTP get, HTTP post, HTTP put, and HTTP delete attributes to map the HTTP requests to specific controller methods. Now, coming to the get all robot commands method, it retrieves all the robot commands that we have set in the list. The get move commands only returns only the move commands in the list. The add robot commands basically adds a new robot command to the list. The update robot commands basically updates a specific commands mentioned in the list. The delete robot command basically deletes a specified robot command. Now, in the map controller class, I am using HTTP get, HTTP post, HTTP put, and HTTP delete, similar to the ones that I have used in my robot command class to induce specific HTTP requests from the controller methods. The methods that I have used are get all maps, that retrieves all the maps from the list, get square map, that retrieves only the square maps from the list, add map, that adds a new map to the list, update map, that updates a map on the list, and delete map, that deletes a map on the list. With that, the code explanation is complete. Now I will show you a basic demo of my implementation using Postman. I have already set up my Postman from my previous implementations. So I will simply give you a demonstration of all the endpoints in working. In the post and put method, you can see that I am sending a JSON file to the list to update or add a new command to the list. Note that since I am not using a database as of yet, all these commands that I am storing are only being stored for one session, and when I stop my execution, all these data that I am saving will be lost. For this, we will be implementing the persistence layer and add the database to our implementation. With this, I have demonstrated my full web API implementation. I hope you enjoyed the video and make sure to stay tuned for my next video on persistence layer. Thank you.